Hi, my name is Dhananjay Kumar and I'm a Microsoft MVP. This is first video of our Windows Phone 7 learning series, and in this video we'll see how to create a very basic Hello World app step by step. So today we are going to create this simple app. This is a very trivial app which is having one label and displaying my first application. In the bottom you can see there are three buttons. One is start button. When you click on that button, you will come immediately out of your app and go to the start of your phone device. The other in the left hand side you can see a back button. This will navigate you back to the previous page. If you are already in an application, then it would take you to the previous page of that particular app, or any previous page of that context. And third button is the search button. To create your Windows Phone 7 app, open your Visual Studio, go to File, go to New, select a new project. And if Windows Phone 7 SDK is installed on your machine, you will have this project tab inside the install template, Silverlight for Windows Phone. Here you can see there are many different types of template, and in further videos we will explore purpose of all those types. For the time being we are choosing the simplest one, that is Windows Phone app. Just select that and do OK. Then it will ask you to choose the version of your Windows Phone. At the time of creation of this video, there were two versions available, one Windows Phone 7 and another Windows Phone 7.1 or Mango version. You can choose any one of that if you are not going to create app which is going to harness the newest feature of Windows Phone 7.1. So for purpose of this video, let us say I'm choosing Windows Phone 7. So here you can see that I have created an app. This app is having just one label here, and by default your page is divided into three rows, into two rows. One is called the title row, and another is called the content row. So title panel is having here, this one is called title panel, my first app which I written there, and this contains two text block. If you want, you can remove that. If you remove it here in your app, there is no title, but if you want, you can have it. And here you can give whatever text you want to give there, say like hello world or something. So here you can see that hello world has been reflected there, and I'm changing hello world here as well. So this text has been changed for the title. And in the content panel I have one grid. One grid is representing a content panel, and here you can have any number of you can design your page as you want. So I have put one text block, and that text block is having is that text property of that text block is set as my first application. Height as 100, width I have set as auto, and style is as static resource font text title to style. In coming videos I'll be explaining you different resources available to us by default by the phone. Just now I'm using it to set the style of the text properties of text block. If you see the Solution Explorer, you will find that the pattern which Windows Phone 7 app development follows is exactly the same as of Silverlight development. It got a YAML page. Here you can see this main page.yaml, and here you design your app on this YAML page using the YAML, and it got a code behind main page .yaml.cs, and here you write the code behind for your for that particular page. So I put it in simple terms that if you have a button on your page here, and if you want to handle click event of that button, or in phone we call it touch event of that button, then that handle of touch event or click event should be done on the code behind this .yml.cs page. Now since we do have a text block on our content panel, let us try to run it and see how it runs. You can run your app for the testing purpose in emulator, and you get a Windows Phone emulator when you install Windows Phone SDK, or directly you can deploy your app on device. So whether you are deploying your app on device or you are going to run it on emulator, you give this instruction via choosing here. In top you can see whether you want to run on device or you want to run on emulator. So I'm selecting emulator here, and here you can change the debug or release version. Just choose the target device or emulator and debug, and press F5 to run your app. And here you see that app is running. We had in our title panel hello world and hello world. In the content panel we put one label, my first application, and that is getting rendered there. Now let us go ahead and put a button on our app on our page. Button you can put in the same way as you put in a Silverlight application. Just give some name to the button like BTN my button, and then you can set the height of button as some 100. Then you can set width of the button as 100, and then content of the button as click me. So here you can see the button is there for us, and on click event of that button we want to display some message. So handle the click event as like this, click new event handler. So here we have set the click event to BTN my button underscore click. If you go and see the code behind, here you can see that click event has been created for the button. Here just put a simple message box dot show and say hi world. And now if you run, here I have again set it to the emulator and debug, and it's running in debug mode. And if I go there and see, here I have that click me button. If I click on that, and on the real device if I touch on that, it gives me this hi world message box. So you might have noticed that if you are already a Silverlight developer, then creation of Windows Phone 7 application or Windows Phone 7 development should be fun for you. That's it for this video. In this video I just shown you basic steps of creating your first Windows Phone 7 app. Looking forward to see you